Businesses globally were thrown into chaos by Donald Trump's tariffs. It was this moment they'll never forget.
My fellow Americans, this is Liberation Day.
He pulled out that huge sign that had all the tariffs on it. Doing a quick calculation, we just realised for our stock that was already being produced, we were going to get hit with way more than we thought we were going to on tariffs.
Tom Wilson's company had to pay around $100,000 more to get their products into the United States.
I think everyone in e-commerce last year was like, guts were curled with stress the whole year. We just thought, yeah, the law says one thing, but Trump says another, and probably what Trump says will happen.
Then Sara Albrecht and her law firm took action.
We're kind of known as a conservative firm, so taking on a conservative president is not something we decided to do lightly. Finding plaintiffs was the hardest thing to do because President Trump is known to take things very personally. You know, there was always a threat of retaliation.
So have you received the call from the president shouting at you?
I have received many calls from his supporters shouting at me and threatening me.
Sara's firm won their divisive case, with the US Supreme Court ruling that Trump's tariffs were unconstitutional.
We made the right decision, no regrets. It wasn't about the president, it was about the presidency and the separation of powers.
Businesses could start applying for refunds of the Liberation Day tariffs in May. More than $114 billion has now been paid back, with interest of up to 7%. The fashion company finally got its refund this month.
It's a relief and it's exciting. Thank you to that law firm. That was huge. It's really important, I think, for someone to stand up, in a David and Goliath situation with the sling and say, hey, we're gonna stop this.
The fashion brand passed on some of the cost of its tariffs to American shoppers. Tom says that refunding them is just too complicated, and they'll use this money to reinvest in the business.
Businesses like Nashi can get their tariffs refunded because they imported the goods themselves into the United States. But there are heaps of companies all around the world, including in Australia, that still can't get their tariffs refunded. And that's because they got the goods into America using postal networks.
Australia Post says it's in contact with US authorities about this.
If they're not the importer of record for whatever reason, if it's something that's been passed on by the importer of record, then you can't get a refund.
And exporters are still paying other tariffs to get goods into the States, with Trump replacing the unlawful taxes with new ones.
He enacted on the 24th of February, Section 122 of the 1974 Trade Act.
Those tariffs are also being challenged by the Liberty Justice Centre.
There could be entitlements to refunds there as well, so we just have to wait and see what happens. It's just fascinating, everything that's gone on. And what is probably interesting, if Trump was the sort of person to go and ask permission of Congress, and they may very well have given him permission to do all these things. But of course, he's not that sort of personality.
With a growing stake in the United States, the fashion company is being careful about its messaging to the president.
If I was going to say anything to Donald Trump, it would be, look, I get tariffs. I understand and they have their place for where they work. The uncertainty and immediacy with which they're thrown in is what kills people.
Tom's hoping for a less volatile year ahead.